Hey, hope everybody is doing really well this evening. I actually just wanted to come up on here for just a moment and just chit chat for a second. Kind of tell you guys what's been going on. And tell you guys just kind of how things have kind of been lately, and why I haven't been on here. So the devil has been really attacking me and my household. My oldest daughter, I think I've said or shared this before, but she has Tourette's, OCD, anxiety, depression. He, as in Satan and his demons or whatever, we are actually going to have a prayer. I mean, we pray all the time, but we're going to have a prayer session, to cleanse the house, because for some odd reason it's like everywhere we seem to turn, it's just been complete chaos. So he is really trying to attack her mentally. Typically she will try to isolate herself if she's extremely depressed. Or if something is just not going exactly the way she needs it to go, which causes her to have an attitude with me and kind of taking it out on me. And that's okay. I should be strong enough to handle it, but there are times here of late that it just seems I haven't been. It's like I'm slipping into old ways, allowing, sin back into my life, and I really don't like that at all. So we are really being attacked. There was a mishap with my tire. My tire ended up I had to basically, I don't know what the real term is. I just say I practically rimmed it, so to speak, to Walmart, which is about 12-15 minutes away from where I live, which is really scary. You shouldn't do that. So, and then they didn't have my tire, and so I kind of just rimmed it down the driveway that they had, the little drive thing, and went to a Tire One, and he was like, I know we're not going to have these. And so I'm instantly crying and, just flipping out. And little did I know that Jesus was, letting me bend, but he wasn't going to let me break. They ended up having 4, which I couldn't afford 4, but he was like, I bet we'll still have them if you're ready for them. And then on top of that, I had to get propane because I never know when it's going to get cold again, and I don't have the best insulation. And so that was a whole lot of money. It was financially speaking, I'm very good with my finances. And so, when Satan tries to attack my finances, I take it a little personal. So, there's been days that I've just come home and I'm like, listen, all right, the same light that's in me is in you 3, my children. And we are not going to stand for this. We're going to do this. We are going to fight harder, and we're going to pray harder, whatever. Well, of course I said all that. And then, the past 2 days I haven't had hardly any sleep. Here it is 11:58 here in Oklahoma, and I'm not asleep like I should be. It's I'm not overthinking things. It's not like I'm stressing. It's just I've enjoyed having moments to myself, I guess. Do not get me wrong when I say I absolutely love them. Okay, I do. Just sometimes mommies need a little time. Now, this has nothing necessarily to do with them. So I wanted to kind of talk to you guys mainly about some discussions that have kind of went on between a friend of mine. And the fact that Satan is coming so hard at me tells me that I'm doing exactly what I need to do. This particular conversation has basically been about pre-tribulation rapture. And this said person doesn't believe in that. If I understood correctly, which let me tell you, this person is extremely intelligent. I'm not saying I'm stupid. I just, I'm not, when it comes to certain things, there's certain things that I am very intellectual about. There's certain things that you could talk to me about medical and I'm just going to be able to just spit some words out and you're going to be like, what? Nails, obviously, I'm going to know quite a bit. No, excuse me. Can you absolutely not? Thank you. Focus. When it comes to nails, I'm like absolutely going to know just about anything that you need to know about that. There's just certain things, right? So I go by faith, not by sight. I go by feelings. I go by dreams, visions, whatever. Now, I have not felt God so much lately. It's not that I'm not in my Bible a lot. I mean, I haven't been like, I've never really been that person that's been knee deep into my Bible like I should be. I will freely admit that I should be, doing it nonstop because that's my sword, right? That's my weapon. Well, this person really got me digging into my Bible a lot. And so I started taking it as a blessing. However, God does not call you by your fear. He calls you by your name. Satan calls you by your fear, not your name. So with that being stated, one day I woke up and everything that he says is so legit. Like, it is spot on. Like, he's really good at it, right? Well, the thing is that that caused me a spirit of fear. I instantly called my mom one day and I was like bawling my eyes out because I'm like, I can do this by myself. I can do this if my kids were at least raptured and I was here. Like, just hypothetically speaking, like if I didn't go in the first round, like I truly honestly believe as long as my kids went and I knew like in my spirit that that's where they went, I could stay down here and, fight that battle. Fighting the battle alone without them is one thing. Fighting it with 3 of them is hard. I personally cannot do it. I can't do it. I can't stay with them. I need them to be safe. And I don't think I'm strong enough to save them, like to keep them safe in this world if we were to stay for mid or post tribulation, right? So I got into my Bible. I looked up some references. I even put a video up of it. And I haven't really seen any more of his messages because I feel like the more, it's like agree to disagree at this point, So where am I going with all this? Okay. I've done videos like this before. I told you guys several times in almost every video, like I wouldn't really do a video unless I felt led or unless I felt like God needed me to. However, for a couple days now, I have felt like doing a video, but I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do or say. And this evening I realized like sometimes you just have to do it. They say, pray when it's the hardest. I felt like it was the same with this. I felt like, although there's times that I don't feel him, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's not there. And that I was getting lazy and I was becoming depressed, and I kept thinking, I can't lead people to Christ like this. So I just thought, well, I'm not going to even do a video. Like, there's no point, right? I had that whole mindset of, well, why should I do a video if I don't really have anything prepared? And I feel the way that I do. Like, how am I supposed to lead others? And it dawned on me again that if I'm supposed to pray when it's the hardest, why wouldn't I post a video and be raw and real with you guys? Because I know, me personally, and let me know if you guys feel this way, but I kind of feel like if you're more raw and not so censored, I'm going to not only respect you more, but I'm going to relate to you more. And I'm going to relate to you in a sense that, my camera is having a lot of trouble finding me. I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, so I'm going to be more apt to subscribing even. And I don't really care so much about the subscription. What I'm saying is that I'm more apt to do that to other people because if they're posting videos like that, it's relatable, right? Like, it's more relatable if somebody can come on here and be realistic with you and be honest with you. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is that I felt led to just kind of come on here. I have wax on my eyebrows. Sorry, guys. I waxed my eyebrows earlier. I felt led to come on here and just kind of, be realistic and raw with you guys, because all in all, we need people that we can relate to. We need people that we can talk to and so forth. So my encouragement to you guys is that there is so much going on in the world. And it's like every day I walk outside and it's like I see it even more. I see the way people treat people. I literally can walk past someone or just look at them and I can sense the demons on their shoulders. I have a niece. She's fighting so hard and she thinks she's doing it all by herself, but the problem is that she's not. She's not fighting it alone. My encouragement and my advice is this. Because we are drawing so close, whether you are a single mom, whether you are with no one, like, it doesn't matter. I pray that you will have the courage to get on your hands and knees and ask God to give you the strength to keep going. Because if you ask, He will deliver that to you. I can't explain how. It may be in the form of certain things. I don't really know exactly how He does it, but I know if you ask Him, He will do it. He will do it. In His timing, He will do it. But when it comes to His strength, He will give that to you. I personally believe that if you ask Him to give you strength and courage, He's going to give that to you right away. That's what I believe. just because there's been several occasions that I felt like I just couldn't do it. And, I have some issues with my shoulders, or with my shoulder. They found in an x-ray, no, a CT scan, that I unfortunately have, just in the neck region, have 2 lesions. I have a 9mm and a 2mm, which are pits in your bone structure. My bones are deteriorating. Why? I don't know. So we did an MRI, which I will check to see if I even have that on my electronic chart. It's been a week. And so that scares me because I'm prone to tumors, right? Well, the reason I'm telling you this is because I love my job. And I feel like it's being taken away. I don't feel like it's God taking it away. I feel like there are demons trying to attack me because they're afraid. They're afraid of what I'm capable of. And they should be. Because I'm telling you guys, once you get up and decide you're going to fight, that's when it's all over. Because you are stronger than you know. Whether you feel depressed and you feel alone, or if you feel like financially you're just never going to make it and you don't know what to do, or if you have health issues such as myself, and maybe you're having to make a decision like, should I get on disability? Should I do this? Should I do that? Although that's your flesh. Your flesh is worried about these things. But God is here to tell you, your fight isn't with man. It isn't with flesh. And you're not alone. You actually have an army. Because God will handle it if you ask Him and you allow Him. Not saying that's easy. It is something that takes time. It takes work to trust something that you've not seen, you've only felt. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's so close, guys. There's so many people that are feeling, just within the last couple of days, they are feeling more and more closer, I guess would be the term. They are feeling like, like a month ago, they're like, okay, I feel it. And we all feel it, right? We're right there all together. We all feel a shift. We all feel like this is it. When? I don't know. I've told you guys my assumptions and I've had a couple confirmations on that. So I'm not sure, because I'm not God. Obviously something is going to happen. But it may not be the rapture, but it might be something, because God, for some reason, has shown me these things about December 21st. So whatever that may be, I mean, God's will be done. But you're going to be attacked even harder the more you put in work towards God and doing His, helping Him create disciples and whatnot, which we should all be doing that. There is no time for us to be afraid. There's no time for us to be afraid or scared or whatever. We need to be more courageous, and we need to speak more bold. I can go on Facebook and see some things, like there was a specific person that was like on there talking about something that happened at a school that is in my hometown, and she's a huge Christian. Like, she is on fire for Christ. So she's totally aware of, like, what's happening, what's really happening, you know? So I said, well, sister, as you already know, and the only reason I put it on there is because I wanted it on her page. That way other people could see it, right? I'm like, well, although you already know, it's just going to get worse before it gets better because we are that close to going home. I know that I will sit there. I mean, I can bring Jesus up in a conversation just about anything. You could be like, man, dude, this nail color, it is so black, but it is like super pretty. And like, I will go straight crazy about God. I actually found a vinyl shirt that I'm going to make. And it basically just talks about like, well, if you don't like hearing about God or blah, 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 like you might as well get over it or go away or something. And then it's like, it's long. It's like super PC. Like I would need to put it on probably an oversized sweater or something or a big O hoodie. But, well, then you better go on because I am a Jesus loving blah, blah, blah. And it just like long lists it. And then it's like freak, you know, like on fire for Christ kind of thing. I feel like that is I'm not as bold as certain other people. Like there's people on here that are way more bold than I am, right? But the deal is that it's not the time. It's not the time to say, okay, well, this person is doing more than me or blah, 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 because it's not about works. It is about the fact that we are saved by grace. So if you are restricted or feel restricted because maybe you're a stay-at-home person, okay, and or maybe you're disabled, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you don't get out much, or you don't talk to people very much. The fact of it is, at some point, you're gonna run into somebody. It doesn't matter how many people you bring in. It's the fact that you need to plant seeds. God will do the work. He will do everything that you need. He'll water that seed, okay, but you have to go up against it and say, okay, I'm gonna plant this seed and whatever. Whether they weed their garden or not is not up to you at that point. You just have that one job. You plant that seed and God will do the rest. So I'm rambling. It's 12:16 p.m. I need to stop it. You're like, please stop, please. I have to get up early and go to church. First time I've been to church in a while, but, you know, I've kind of explained why I personally don't. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm not saying to not go, because that's not good advice. I just have my reasons, but I'm going because, you know, my sister has surgery Monday. So please, if you could continue to pray for her. I feel like since her work flew my niece from Maryland and her 4 babies and her husband down, best Thanksgiving ever, best Thanksgiving gift. I wish that my dad was here to see it. So, I pray many blessings to you guys. I pray for healing. I pray for a financial blessing. I pray for families to be reunited. I pray for love to just enter into your life. Whatever has you on that ledge, know that you are loved, know that you are worthy, and know that we are so close to going home. Just stay fighting. I know it feels sometimes like we're drowning. I feel it. I understand. But our lifeguard walks on water. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.